I was rowing and Tom was coming out of his cabin, and as he came out, this wall of water just kind of picked the boat up. And the next thing you know, we were shot under the water. It was pitch black, we were trapped under there. There were oars being chucked around. The boat had been flipped upside down. If you imagine a 1-ton boat upside down on top of you, crushing you underwater. We were desperate for breath. Tom was drifting away from the boat, and it was the scariest moment I've ever had in my life.
Within that time, you know, we were going to be wet, cold, tired, seasick, hungry, missing home, generally fed up. And I suppose we were quite honest about it. We tried to develop a level of empathy for each other. We tried to be open and honest with each other.
Yeah.
We sat down regularly as a team during the crossing, and we just talk, you know, what's going well, what maybe isn't going well, how can we make things easier, how can we make ourselves more efficient as a team.
But we decided as a team just to essentially control the controllables and control what was in our gift. And the main thing is that the one thing we could control were our thoughts, but also our actions. So when we were rowing, we were just so focused on doing a good job. When we were resting, it was how do we make the rest as best we can. So yeah, controlling what was in our gift was the main thing, really.
When you're in your comfort zone, anyone can be good. But I suppose the challenge for us is knowing actually we're going to be pushed outside our comfort zone, and what kind of a person are we going to be? Are we going to step up to the challenge? Are we going to shy away? Are we going to be a good team player and help out other people? Are we going to kind of go back into ourselves? Mental health was always at the forefront of our minds, and the mental challenge of rowing an ocean. And I think we realised that actually we're all going to mentally struggle at some point during the race, and that's fine. And when we do struggle, the other team members are there to pick you up. You're only as good as the whole team. No matter how good one individual is, it doesn't matter. If you're not a good team, forget it, it's not going to work.
Because it's a 2-year campaign, we're really conscious of breaking the whole thing down into little bits, because if you think about going from nothing to completing it, your mind just goes mad and you can't even think about how you're going to do this. So you can always think about different ways to get to a solution. And I think having that kind of honest conversation to each other and listening, like not just hearing it, actively listening to what the other person has to say, really put us in good stead, and helped us get to some really kind of good outcomes.
We decided to do the race well over 2 years ago. It's been 2 years of hard work, preparation, dedication, 32 days at sea, getting through a tropical storm for the last few days, capsizing in the middle of the night, losing equipment, Ollie cutting his head open. And then finally all of that, comes down to that one point of rowing into the finish line with all your family and friends waiting there. And it was unbelievable, and all that hard work, all that dedication, sacrifice was worth it really. And now, I suppose looking back at that for the rest of our lives, that would be one of those few moments that you remember forever.